Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Now we go to the visual diagnosis, Shen Vitality Part 2. Okay. The Chinese character Shen has many different meanings in Chinese medicine. The main one being, of course, mind and spirit. So yan po yung sa Shen. It should be remembered that here, that as the mind, the Shen, pertaining to and residing in the heart. Whereas spirit, ang spirit naman, sabi niya, the total of 5 spiritual aspect. That is the ethereal soul, yung hun, residing in the liver, the corporeal soul, yung po residing in the lungs, the intellect, yi, residing in the spleen, the willpower, shi, residing in the kidneys, and the mind, Shen, itself, residing in the heart. Okay? So, yan po yung 5 spiritual aspects. Remember, I translate the Shen of the heart as mind and the complex of Hun, Pu, Yi, Shi, and Shen itself as spirit. The mind and spirit are formed from the pre-natal essence of the parents and are nourished by the post-natal essence of food and water taken in by the body. For example, sa chapter 32 of the spiritual axis says the mind and spirit result from the transformation of the essence of food and water. So, yan po yung mind and spirit. Okay? Sa chapter 9 of the simple question says, heaven provides human beings with the 5 chi, air, and earth provides human beings with the 5 flavors, yung food. The air is absorbed through the nose and is stored in the lungs and heart. It ascends to make the complexion bright and lustrous and the voice sonorous. The food is taken through the mouth and is stored in the stomach and intestine. After the food is digested and absorbed, the food essence is delivered to the 5 yin organs and therefore nourishes the qi of the 5 yin organs. When the qi of the 5 yin organ is in a state of harmony, the body can transform properly. Body fluids are produced normally and the mind and spirits are formed. Okay? So yan po yung mechanism ng formation ng mind and spirit. The essence, chi, and blood are the material foundation of the mind and spirit, and conversely, the mind and spirit are the external manifestation of essence, chi, and blood. Sa chapter 18 of the spiritual axis says, the stomach is in the middle burner. It opens into the upper burner. It receives chi, excretes the dregs, evaporates the fluids, transforming them into a refined essence. This pours upwards towards the lungs and is transformed into blood. Blood is the foundation of the mind and spirit. All the above quotations highlight the relationship between the essence, chi, blood, and the mind and spirit. The Great Dictionary of Chinese Medicine says, human life originates from the essence. It is maintained by chi and manifested through the mind and spirit. Chi, blood, and essence are the material foundation of the mind and spirit. Therefore, when chi, blood, and essence are sufficient, the mind and spirit are healthy. If there is deficiency of chi, blood, and essence, the mind and spirit suffers. So, dapat healthy po yung chi, blood, and essence. Our physical features reflect the state of the mind and spirit, and therefore, the state of the mind and spirit can be gauged through the observation of the physical features. So, makikita po natin sa pag-observe ng physical features, doon natin ma-evaluate ang mind and spirit. As we know, Qi is a subtle life force that is manifested simultaneously in the body in all its physiological activities, and in the mind and spirit in its emotional and thinking activities. For example, the pathological condition of liver Qi stagnation manifests with physical signs such as abdominal distension and simultaneously with emotional signs such as depression or mood swings. Okay? So here, yung Qi, body, mind, spirit. So nakikita natin sa pag-reflect nito. So this is the relationship between the mind, body, and spirit in Chinese medicine. Therefore, the mind, spirit, and emotions reflect the state of the internal organs and of Qi, blood, and essence, and vice versa. The state of Qi, blood, and essence influences the mind and spirit and emotion. Observation of the physical features such as the luster of the complexion and hair, the vitality of the eyes, the tone of the voice, the body movement, the pulse, the tongue, etc. help us to assess the state of the mind, the vitality of the spirit, and the emotional state. So lahat po ito tinitingnan natin, ino-observe natin yung mga physical features to assess yung condition ng mind and spirit and emotion. So makikita po siya physically. The three aspects of the spirit, when observing and assessing the spirit of a person, we should examine the three separate aspects. First, the embodiment of the spirit. Second, the vitality of the spirit, and the luster of the spirit. Okay? First, the embodiment of the spirit sa observation. This represent the outward physical manifestation of the spirit in the body. If the embodiment of the spirit is strong, a person will have a good energy, a strong and solid body built, well-developed muscle, eyes with luster, and a lively expression, agile movements, and keen reflexes. The whole body appears to be full of life. Okay? If the embodiment of the spirit is weak, a person will have a weak or emaciated body, lack of energy, eyes without luster, a dull complexion, slow movements, unsteady walk, and slow reflexes. The whole body seems to lack vitality. In severe cases, there will also be mental confusion or lethargy, wasting muscles, and a weak body with dull skin. Okay? So, yan po yung weak spirit. So, ito po yung comparison ng physically, yung healthy, saka mahina po yung isa. Okay? Sa clinical significance, the embodiment of the spirit is the reflection of the spirit in the body. If the embodiment of the spirit is strong, it means that the yin, yang, qi, and blood are still abundant and pathogenic factors are not so strong and there is no severe impairment of the internal organs yet. If the embodiment of the spirit is weak, it shows that the pathogenic factors are strong, upright qi is exhausted, and the internal organs are depleted. Thank you for your attention.